join myself and King as family.
Welcome to MojoPlays, and you'd best prepare yourselves because we're going over the most staggering and imposing debuts by bosses across the Souls series and its counterparts.
Felled by King Morgot, last of all kings.
Before we begin, we publish new content all week long, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
Ornstein and Smoke, Dark Souls. Granted, this may seem rather low-key as far as boss entrances go, a gigantic hammer-wielding executioner followed by his spear-twirling companion, but that's just the thing, it's the both of them, at once. A landmark at the time, having two vastly different yet equally challenging Souls bosses to face at the same time. That fact alone boasted a great amount of intimidation back in the day. Of course, to the two of them, it was just another Tuesday, and they were ready to get to the killing. Abyss Watchers, Dark Souls 3. You know you're in for a tough time when you walk into a boss fight mid-massacre. Amidst the bodies of their order, we're witness to the apparent last of the Abyss Watchers as it impales its companion before setting its sights on us, looking for a fresh challenge. Even without knowing that the Undead Legion would live up to their namesake throughout the battle, this little spectacle was more than enough to showcase that we were about to go up against Farron's top dog, and the first true Lord of Cinder. Morgot, the Omen King, Elden Ring.
General Radahn, Praetor Reichard, Luna Princess Rani.
Wait a second, didn't we kill this guy already? Well, as it happens, who we once believed to be Morgot the Fell Omen is no mere substandard boss, but actually a legitimate demigod, one who has made it his mission to defend the capital.
Thy kind are all of a piece.
After revealing himself to be alive and well, Morgot decries his divine siblings, swaps out his cane for a blade, and prepares to show the Tarnished his kingly wrath. He may have all manner of family issues, but he makes it clear that he's got the strength to back up his claims.
Felled by King Morgot, last of all kings.
Isshin the Sword Saint, Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice.
With this, Ashina's long night comes to an end.
There have been many incidents across the Soulsborne series that we would consider an oh shit moment. This is up there with the best. After finally bringing Genichiro to heal, Wolf and the player aren't given a moment to spare as the defiant Ashina uses the second mortal blade to make his dream a reality.
Pitiful grandchild, this was your last wish.
Which happens to involve his resurrected grandfather, now in his prime. It's not even the fact this man pulled himself out of a neck wound, it's knowing that we now have to deal with the legendary Sword Saint at his apex.
Which means Sekiro. I must destroy you.
Nameless King, Dark Souls 3. Just the amount of build-up towards this fight is imposing. Before being able to access the hidden boss of Archdragon Peak, the Ashen One is warned that if they ring the giant bell, everything will be destroyed. They weren't wrong. After consuming the entire area in a storm, in comes the Nameless King, riding his wyvern, ready to lay the smackdown on anyone foolish enough to challenge him. It's a fitting introduction to one of the series' most beloved bosses, and that's all before he decides to bring the thunder himself after you slay his pet. Lady Maria of the Astral Clock Tower, Bloodborne. She may bear a striking resemblance to your beloved doll waifu, but make no mistake, the real thing is far more terrifying. After admonishing you for getting a tad too handsy, Maria decides to show you personally why curiosity killed the hunter via her twin swords, which, spoiler alert, she is demonstrably adept at using.
Only an honest death will kill you now.
Much like her teacher, she radiates authority and bloodlust, promising to put you in your place. And for many of us, she did, rather swiftly at that. Reichard, Lord of Blasphemy, Elden Ring. We knew there was something wicked lurking in the heart of Volcano Manor. We just never expected this. The giant snake we could deal with. It's practically standard fare for Soulsborne games by this point. But then Reichard reveals himself in earnest, as a horrific hybrid using said snake as his body, while also keeping a blade of living flesh buried in its throat.
Join the Serpent King as remedy.
It's a nightmarish sight to behold, and all his talk of family and togetherness only makes things worse.
Together we will devour the very god.
Slave Knight Gale, Dark Souls 3.
Hand it over, that thing, your dark soul.
So, turns out that quirky knight who helps you out with the occasional boss battle, he's been through some stuff. At the end of the world, the only ones remaining are the Ashen One and Gale, and let's just say the centuries have done a number on him. Feasting on the ancient remains of the Ring City's inhabitants in search of the Dark Soul, overtaken by madness, etc. Unfortunately for us, all that time has jacked him up something fierce, and he's all too ready to show you just how strong he's become. It's several shades of shocking, epic, and haunting all layered together. Ludwig the Accursed, Bloodborne.
The great terror looms.
There have been bosses that have grossed us out. There have been bosses that heavily leaned into the eldritch horror element, but none come close to matching the dread that is Ludwig. An amalgamation of beast, man, and insanity, Ludwig is a harrowing creation that scared many a hunter stiff before they could even draw their weapons. The opening narration is the spine-tingling cherry on top, as we are introduced to the Accursed unsettling visage, its signature hellish scream, and the number of dead already left in its wake.
My true mentor, my guiding moonlight.
Radagon of the Golden Order, Elden Ring. Surprises, betrayals, and revelations are all par for the course in the lands between. That being said, the reveal of the final boss's true identity was monumental. We were all expecting our Tarnish to trade blows with Queen Marika in some shape or form, but upon reaching the heart of the Erd Tree, her body slowly starts to shift to become her husband? Yep, Marika and Radagon are the same person. And before you even have a chance to question how the hell that even works, the epic music kicks in, followed by Radagon going full hammer time. Which of these boss entrances still sticks with you? Let us know in the comments.
You were at my side all along.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, there's more where that came from.